I would see in the past advertisements on YouTube for TikTok. I don't know if I've seen one in a while. Yeah, I have. Install it from there. But oh man, I don't know about what names you can say. I'm gonna just try this. Try not to do it really long because I'm going to talk about somebody I went to school with, Michelle. I won't say last name. Born year 1984. I was born 83. Longtime resident of Montgomery County, Arkansas, United States of America. She's calling me in about March 2020, talking about a gynecologist out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, Dr. Michael Cogrove, who I have met in person a number of times, with a girlfriend starting, April, May 2019. Went there for the intentions of a tubal to prevent pregnancy, but yet without getting all the details right now, I think a secret pregnancy was done. I think a lot of people knew she was pregnant. The Dr. Michael Cogrove employees, staff, coworkers. I think a lot of people knew. I think that I don't know what's all happened there. But to add to it, I'm standing right here in this living room, right after dark, in or about March 2020, on the phone with this Michelle, who I've never really seen since high school in person many times, other than maybe Facebook, Meta, farther back in years, a few recent years. She said that Dr. Michael Cogrove delivered a son, or I asked if, I don't know how we even got on the topic. It seemed like her. I had no reason to be talking about any of that with her, not that I recollect. It seemed like she was bringing it all up. I could hear her right after she gets on the phone. I could hear her daughter in the background. It's like she done that on purpose. I could say more about that, and that doesn't make me happy. Oh, I was going to say the other commentary. I think it was before my mother passed away, first half of 2020. Mother Debbie Abbott. The Michelle messages me on Meta Messenger saying, "I love your mom." I see it again late the year 2020 after my mother passed. I'm like, well, if you loved her, I said, why didn't you come and see her? Hint, hint, ha ha. Hypocrite, you two faced liar. That's true. Somebody by the first name of Judy, late 2020, early 2021. I'm writing with her to hear. I'm telling her that. She's like, I'm all for it. She's like, I don't blame you for sending that message. That's true. You couldn't. She's like, did that really happen? She didn't come back. She's like, oh, I've been busy, couldn't this that. She was telling me, I forget the guy's name. Is it Dr. Lang? The one that went back to China that used to work with or for National Park, Hot Springs, Arkansas, who my girlfriend in 2018, 2019 tells me this Oriental doctor, I guess he is Chinese or native to the country China, delivered her first daughter back in, or first child back in 2005. Well, this Michelle here in her about March of 2020, while I'm on the phone here, she's wherever she's at or lives or lived, I don't know, telling me that people have been talking about how he would improperly deliver babies, like break your arms, break your shoulders. As soon as she said that, I'm like, oh my, I'm like, you made me think of something. I'm like, Brianna, my girlfriend told me that that has happened going back to the year 2005. That not many days after the delivery, that she had to take her daughter back because she noticed she wouldn't move her arm or her shoulder, and it was fractured. I even asked her. She said, "Well, somebody that we also went to school with, Rusty." She says they've been talking about it, and I said, what? Are you wanting to do a class action lawsuit? I said, well, I'm going to tell my ex girlfriend next time I talk to her that you brought this up, that this has happened to more than one occasion. And see, the first thing she was like, I think I just told her. I said I'm depressed. I've been going through a breakup, because she had been moved out like what, barely 6 months, but her and I still interacted over the phone. Brianna, she moved out September 2019. the last time she spent the night here was early October 2019. So the only thing that I led up the conversation to this Michelle, who was reaching out to me, was like, I'm depressed, you know, blah, blah. She's like, well, she'll have to hit her bottom. She'll have to hit rock bottom before she changes. I'm like, yeah, I know that. I used to work for a drug rehab. I've been to a lot of AA meetings. Anyway, some cousins of Brianna, then ex-girlfriend. After I got off the phone with this Michelle, I had many people to tell this about, to tell it to. So on Meta Messenger, I text two people, first name Valerie and Dawn. Dawn would be the mother to the Valerie. But anyway, maybe to summarize on this, I'm trying to do a video clip a little bit shorter than usual. If I do, I might try to upload it somewhere that I'm not accustomed to using, like TikTok. Oh, it's up to 80. It's past 80. I said it would today. 4:55 p.m. 11th day of April, year 2023. Anyway, I without getting all the details right now, I discovered in hindsight a lot of points. I don't know. I just think a lot of people knew my then girlfriend of June and before June of 2019 was pregnant. And they were just they already had it pre-planned where the kid was going to go, all of that. Oh, that's an okra flower, okra plant. Oh, it quit. Closing apps to cool down phone. I bet it didn't even keep it on here. Does it on purpose because Android's a coward. See if it kept it. There, I'll cool it down. Airplane mode. Said your phone's getting too hot. See, it's just things like that. I shouldn't have nothing really majorly uploading that I don't know about. See, I can't even keep the videos I try. The other day on the blue phone, I did an over an hour video. It's like, we had trouble saving your video. And that was one I was wanting to upload somewhere really bad. It would have been like a movie of commentary. See, and under my tongue hurts bad. I've got going on for 6+ months. I've got vocal problems. I really need to be on vocal rest for up to a week. I'm not lying. And I was off the internet so many times without choice. And even when I was on it, late 2022, I wasn't looking up songs, doing a lot of singing or anything. If Android's worth about 3 billion, I don't know. I don't know if they're in on the pregnancy deal. The cover-up pregnancy. Anyway, that medical technician, I put this on Facebook later that year. Before my then girlfriend got taken out of the National Park building off Malvern Avenue, Hot Springs, Arkansas. That I took some video before she even had the IV in the back of her hand, I think. He came in there saying that the doctor that used to work here that went back to China had to wait for somebody to die before he could move back. He's like, he delivered my kid. I discerned all this way later with other points I don't have time to get into. It's like they knew she was pregnant. They knew if it wasn't from another man but me, odds are I was about to have a baby delivered that day. And they either thought I knew or they knew I didn't know. But why do these people flock to you? Like, we're about to steal your baby and you don't know it. Do you know how evil that is? Evil. That is evil. I have no respect for that man. That man and Dr. Michael, I have no respect for them. The Bree, the med tech, she's had same color hair as Bree. She said her name was Bree too, but I think Bree instead of Bri. She's 5'4", 5'5", 120 pounds, 130 at most. She walked out of the room one day, right before Dr. Michael Colgrove, expert at gynecology and childbirth delivery, asked him, put him on CNN, swarming with cameras one day coming out of his office. Do you consider yourself an expert at childbirth delivery and gynecology at large? Of course he does. Technically, he's supposed to be. Oh, he said in front of me to my then girlfriend, but way before but let me end that point. When I said my girlfriend thinks she has cervical cancer, and the med tech, Bree, just walks out of the room. Drops her arms to her side, walks out. After he got done doing the pelvic ultrasound that was on a monitor that I never looked at, but I glanced at it once, he walks right up to me. He says, nothing cancerous or precancerous. I reach out. I said, I appreciate you being so thorough. Shook his hand. I noticed when he walked out of the room, was walking to the door, something about his body language looked really awkward. Like, I guess he's hoping, and this is from a hindsight perspective, I guess he's hoping that I would see the monitor. Why? You're looking for cancer. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what polyps look like. And I was at quite of a distance from it. I mean, like, from a line of sight, from my eyeballs, it was over 20 feet away. It's fairly big. It's probably 20 something inches, maybe up to 32 inches. The first one was in a dark room, smaller. I don't think it's tilted my way. When he's walking out of the room, my girlfriend says to him, thank you, Michael. I even brought up to her, I'm like, that's not how you address a doctor. Maybe she's met him before. This may not be her second rodeo. He even told me, I'm going to end on this and hopefully quit talking. Weeks before the surgery, which took place, as far as I know, in the hospital outpatient section of National Park, I was there. I didn't get to see the surgery or anything like that, but National Park Hospital, National Park Medical Center, Hot Springs, Arkansas, Malvern Avenue. Weeks before, that's where the outpatient surgery took place. And the cover paper said National Park for the discharge papers. Yes, it did. Who was the anesthesiologist that day? Don't tell me it's Eric Lee, the brother-in-law of the then girlfriend. Oh, I said a name, but he's public. He's on the internet anyway. That's the only last name I've said that I know of. Other than the doctors, they're public too. They're registered, but not in the way that they should be. For fraud, deception, medical malpractice, and premeditated fraud. Premeditated. You want to see how brave I can be? I hope I get the right channel to do this. These people have been brave. Co-conspirators. How many I don't know. They've been very, very brave. I don't know when or if I get the channel or if there's a ball in motion that I don't know about. I'll sit right in front of you and look you right in the eyes and tell you everything you told me. Oh, yeah. I do have a little bit of a memory. The first time we met him, the Dr. Michael Colgrove, he's telling then girlfriend, he's like, so you've had 5 undocumented miscarriages. I only know of up to maybe 3 from the years of associating with her. He even said, he's like, so no more babies? She said, no. He says, you're not too old. He says, I have a 3-year-old at home. That's in or about May, April, early June 2019. I bet that 3-year-old is not biologically his. I bet. That's what you get. See, that's what they don't say, that's going to torture people. Well, if the guy by the first name of Jonathan didn't approve of it, if he's the father and he wants to know, be it private or public, I guess he has a right to know. But might as well let the cat out of the bag for any of these kids get any older. If I had a biological kid that was purposely kept from me, my mother, she died August 2020. She's only had one child, me. So she never even got to see her biological grandkid. Priceless. Premeditated stealing. Human traffickers. Probably won't even get to upload this anywhere. Don't even know how. Don't even know TikTok. Don't even know what their time limit is. I looked it up in the past. It's like 10, 15 minutes.